Sunday night at Arrowhead Stadium wasn't just about football. It was about love, energy, and the unstoppable force of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. After the Kansas City Chiefs pulled off a nail-biting victory against the Baltimore Ravens on September 28th, the stadium was electric, with tens of thousands of fans still cheering when the couple emerged hand in hand. Taylor, rocking a bright red Chiefs jersey with the team's logo front and center, looked every bit the proud partner as she flashed a smile and casually carried a small black bag. Fans screamed her name, cameras flashed non-stop, and social media lit up instantly. Right by her side, Travis kept it cool and confident in a pastel pink polo with the number 20 on the chest, dark slacks, a sleek black cap, and a gleaming watch. Even in simplicity, he radiated the aura of a man who had just scored 2 wins in one night: victory on the field and love off it. Throughout the game, Taylor cheered fiercely alongside the Kelce family, and when the final whistle blew, her radiant smile as she watched Travis celebrate went viral within minutes. Chiefs supporters have started calling her the team's lucky charm, pointing out how the squad always seems to play with extra fire when she's in the stands. The Ravens showdown was no different. The Chiefs triumphed, and the cameras captured Taylor applauding proudly, her eyes locked on Travis. But the most unforgettable moment came afterward. As the two left Arrowhead, walking through the glowing red-lit halls, Travis never once let go of Taylor's hand. Despite being surrounded by a sea of cameras and fans screaming at the top of their lungs, he remained calm, protective, and completely focused on her. It wasn't a show for the media, it was a declaration. Their love isn't just headlines. It's real, steady, and impossible to ignore. Fans who were there described it as surreal. One shouted, "Taylor looked like the happiest person in the world, and Travis couldn't stop smiling at her." The atmosphere was unlike anything Arrowhead had seen before. For a few minutes, the celebration of a football win transformed into something bigger, a stadium united by music, sports, and romance, and it didn't stop there. Swifties have officially crossed into Chiefs Kingdom, blending two of the most passionate fan bases on Earth. Last night, the stands were filled with girls in red jerseys holding signs that read "Go Travis," alongside hearts with Taylor's name. During halftime, crowds even broke into some of her biggest hits, turning Arrowhead into a mix between an NFL showdown and a Taylor Swift concert. This wasn't just another Chiefs victory, it was another chapter in the love story the whole world can't stop watching. The ripple effect of Taylor and Travis leaving Arrowhead together was immediate. Within hours, clips of them walking hand in hand flooded TikTok, Instagram, and X, racking up millions of views. Hashtags like #Trailer, Arrowhead After Dark, and Lucky Charm Taylor began trending worldwide. Fans weren't just celebrating a Chiefs win anymore, they were celebrating the couple themselves. Sports commentators who normally stick to stats and plays even took a moment to acknowledge the off-field magic. One NFL analyst quipped on live television, "It feels like the Chiefs got 2 MVPs tonight. Patrick Mahomes on the field and Taylor Swift in the stands." Another pointed out how Travis looked more relaxed, more confident, and even more energized since Taylor started showing up regularly to games. Even players couldn't resist joining the conversation. A few teammates liked and reposted the viral clips, with one joking that Taylor needs her own Chiefs jersey number because she's now part of the team's winning streak. Fans in the replies agreed, suggesting everything from 13 for Taylor's lucky number to a custom jersey that says Mrs. Kels. Meanwhile, Swifties were flooding NFL pages with inside jokes, memes, and lyrics, blending their world with football culture in ways nobody could have predicted. One viral tweet read, "Taylor Swift didn't just join Chiefs Kingdom, she built it bigger." And for Chiefs fans, it was a win-win. More love for the team, more spotlight on their victories, and a brand new wave of supporters who may not have cared about football before. At the same time, media outlets from sports magazines to entertainment blogs pounced on the story. Headlines like "Taylor and Travis, America's favorite love story continues at Arrowhead," and "The Chiefs' secret weapon is Taylor Swift" dominated feeds the next morning. Photos of Taylor cheering in the stands, Travis holding her hand in the tunnel, and the two smiling at each other like no one else existed became front-page news. And through it all, one thing became clear. This wasn't just a celebrity cameo at a football game. It was the merging of two massive cultural forces, the NFL and Taylor Swift, and together, they created a moment the world couldn't stop talking about. Behind the curtain, the NFL itself is quietly reveling in the Taylor effect. Ever since her first appearance at Arrowhead, league viewership has spiked in ways that can't be ignored. Broadcast ratings among young women soared, ticket searches surged after she was spotted at games, and merchandise sales, especially Chiefs jerseys, skyrocketed. The presence of Taylor Swift isn't just a fun storyline anymore, it's turning into a measurable business advantage for the NFL. Sponsors are cashing in too. Brands linked to both Travis and Taylor, from sports drinks to luxury fashion labels, have reported massive engagement spikes whenever the couple is photographed together. Companies are even adjusting campaigns to include subtle nods to the relationship, knowing fans will pick up on it and spread it like wildfire across social media. It's rare to see a romance move markets, but this one is doing exactly that. Chiefs management, meanwhile, couldn't be happier. Executives are privately acknowledging that Taylor's consistent presence has added a new layer of energy to Arrowhead. It's not just about the cameras cutting to her in the stands. It's about how her being there has galvanized fans, creating a louder, more electric atmosphere. Some insiders even believe her support gives the team a psychological edge, inspiring Travis and his teammates to dig deeper in crucial moments. And then there's the cultural crossover. Swifties who once filled stadiums for Eras Tour concerts are now buying tickets to football games, blending two fan bases that rarely overlapped before. Chiefs Kingdom has expanded, almost overnight, into something bigger and more global. For the NFL, this kind of attention is priceless. Of course, not everyone in the sports world embraces the frenzy. A few old-school commentators argue that the coverage is distracting, insisting the game should stay about football. But judging by the ratings, the league and its fans are far from complaining. Whether they like it or not, Taylor Swift has become part of the NFL conversation, and she isn't leaving anytime soon. For Taylor and Travis, the spotlight is both a blessing and a challenge. On one hand, their relationship feels like a fairy tale, a music superstar and an NFL champion building a life together in front of millions. On the other, every date night, every sideline glance, every lyric or post gets dissected like it's part of a script. Privacy, for them, is almost impossible. Friends close to the couple say they've developed a rhythm for surviving the attention. Taylor, who's lived under a microscope for over a decade, reportedly helps Travis stay grounded when rumors spiral. Meanwhile, Travis brings Taylor a sense of normalcy, grounding her in the world of sports where loyalty, routine, and team spirit take center stage. It's a balance that works, but it requires constant communication and trust. They've also made a point of blending their worlds, not just for the cameras, but for themselves. Travis shows up at Taylor's tour stops, slipping into the crowd like any other fan before joining her backstage. Taylor, in turn, proudly wears Chiefs red, cheering until her voice is hoarse. These moments aren't calculated PR moves. They're small but powerful signs that both are willing to step into each other's arenas fully. But with this level of fame comes immense pressure. Every missed game or absent tour stop sparks speculation. Every song Taylor writes is analyzed for hidden meanings about their relationship. And when Travis has a tough game or Taylor faces criticism, headlines inevitably tie their struggles back to their romance. It's the double-edged sword of being a power couple. The highs are celebrated louder, but the lows echo longer too. Still, so far, they've leaned into the chaos with humor and authenticity. Their playful interactions at events, their subtle hand-holding moments, and their refusal to let gossip derail them have only made the public root for them harder. Speculation about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's future has reached a fever pitch, and it's easy to see why. They're not just dating, they're blending two of the most passionate fan bases in the world, Swifties and Chiefs Kingdom. That kind of cultural crossover doesn't happen often, and it's created a wave of momentum that feels unstoppable. Marriage rumors have already started swirling, especially after fans caught Taylor leaning on Travis's shoulder during emotional game moments. The fact that she's been so openly embraced by his family, and he by hers, only adds fuel to the fire. Insiders say their bond is more than just chemistry. It's built on respect, shared values, and the ability to laugh together when the world won't stop watching. The idea of them starting a family someday is something that excites fans even more. Imagine the headlines. One of the greatest songwriters of her generation, and one of the NFL's toughest competitors, raising the ultimate star child. Whether or not that happens soon, people are already calling them the blueprint for a new kind of celebrity couple. One that feels real, not manufactured. What's clear is that both Taylor and Travis seem committed to writing their story on their own terms. They're not rushing to prove anything, yet every public moment, every hand held, every smile exchanged feels like a chapter building towards something bigger. The media has wasted no time turning Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's romance into a cultural phenomenon. Every outing becomes headline news, every look analyzed, every gesture replayed across TikTok, Instagram, and ESPN. Networks know that when Taylor is in the stands, ratings spike. Broadcasters pan to her reactions as if she's part of the game, and the truth is, she kind of is. Brands have also jumped on the wave, eager to capitalize on their combined star power. Chiefs merchandise sales have soared since Taylor started attending games, with jerseys flying off shelves not just in Kansas City but across the country. Even non-sports fans are suddenly repping the Chiefs because of her. On the other side, Travis has boosted his own crossover appeal, landing fashion campaigns and endorsement deals that highlight him as more than just an athlete. He's a household name. Together, they've become a marketing dream team, but it goes deeper than commerce. Their relationship has redefined what it means to be a power couple in today's culture. It's not just about red carpets or staged photo ops. It's about showing up for each other in real, unscripted moments. Taylor cheering from the VIP box, Travis making time in his training schedule to fly across the country and support her tours. These moments feel authentic, and that authenticity is exactly why fans are so invested. If anything, their partnership is reshaping the way celebrity couples are perceived. Instead of being viewed as a distraction from their careers, their connection is seen as a strength, fueling both of their legacies. Fans are the heartbeat of this entire story, and their reactions prove just how massive this cultural crossover has become. Chiefs Nation, once made up mostly of die-hard football followers, has now welcomed a whole new wave of Swifties. Stadiums are buzzing with fans holding glittery posters that say things like, "Go Travis," "Love Taylor," or lyrics from Taylor's songs flipped into football chants. At halftime, you'll hear fans singing "You Belong With Me" while waving red and gold scarves, something no NFL game has ever seen before. On social media, the energy is even wilder. Game highlights are instantly remixed with Taylor's music, creating viral edits that rack up millions of views. Swifties post breakdowns of Travis's every move on the field, while football fans jokingly rate Taylor's game day outfits. Even rival fans admit the mix of sports and pop culture is unlike anything they've witnessed. And it's not just fun, it's creating genuine community. People who never cared about football are now learning the rules because of Taylor. Likewise, football fans are being introduced to Taylor's music catalog in ways they never expected. Two worlds that rarely overlapped are suddenly colliding, and it feels like the birth of a new era in entertainment. The bigger picture here is staggering. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce aren't just dating, they're reshaping how people see the NFL itself. For years, football has fought the stereotype of being a guys-only world, but Taylor's presence at games has blown that door wide open. Millions of her fans, many of whom never tuned into sports before, are suddenly watching full games, following stats, and even buying Chiefs jerseys. NFL ratings for games she attends have spiked, especially among younger female viewers, and merch sales have skyrocketed. Brands are paying attention too. The NFL, always quick to capitalize on cultural moments, has leaned into the Taylor-Travis connection with promo clips, social media posts, and themed content. Whether it's panning the camera to Taylor in the stands or cutting highlights with her songs, the league knows this crossover is gold. For the first time, Sunday football feels like both a sports event and a pop culture spectacle. And beyond the numbers, it's changing the vibe. Stadiums are less intimidating, more inclusive, and filled with people who might never have stepped foot into an NFL game before. Taylor and Travis have turned Arrowhead into a place where touchdowns and love stories share the spotlight. It's no exaggeration to say this relationship is rebranding the NFL in real time. And when it comes to personal brands, both Taylor and Travis are thriving in ways that feel almost unprecedented. For Taylor, her Eras tour already positioned her as one of the most influential artists on the planet, breaking records at every stop. But pairing that global music empire with Travis's NFL stardom creates a crossover appeal that few celebrity couples in history have ever achieved. She's no longer just dominating charts and arenas, she's cementing herself as a cultural force in sports, fashion, and lifestyle. For Travis, the relationship has been equally transformative. He's always been a superstar in the NFL, but his profile outside of football has skyrocketed since his connection with Taylor became public. Suddenly, he's not only being talked about in sports media, but also in entertainment magazines, late-night talk shows, and viral TikTok trends. Every outfit he wears, every smile he flashes, and every gesture toward Taylor becomes newsworthy. It's no longer just about what he does on the field, but about how he fits into this larger narrative of love, fame, and influence. Together, they've become a brand that is bigger than either of them individually. It's not just Taylor Swift or Travis Kelce, it's Taylor and Travis, a name that trends daily, a pairing that boosts everything around them, and a story the world is invested in watching play out. And that's where we'll leave it for now. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce aren't just living their love story, they're rewriting what it means to be a power couple in today's world. From the stadium lights of Arrowhead to the global stage of the Eras Tour, every step they take together feels like a cultural moment, one that has fans and media hanging on to every detail. So, what do you think? Is this just the beginning of something even bigger, maybe an engagement or wedding that would stop the internet in its tracks? Or are we simply witnessing two people enjoying the best chapters of their lives right now? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button, and make sure you're subscribed with notifications on so you don't miss the next update. Because when it comes to Taylor and Travis, one thing's for sure, this story is far from over.